Starting game number 3 of my placement games. So we'll see what's here that we can snag. I guess we grabbed the Z there. I didn't really see anything that jumped out at me for my traditional nobles beginning. But maybe just maybe instead we'll go assassin this time. We shall see. Assassins have been very, very strong lately, so there is certainly the potential for them to perform well. And sometimes you just gotta take what's given to you, but Nobles has been working really well for me lately. In the old non-ranked games, which I've been forced to play in my off time since I said, hey, I'm gonna record all of my ranked games. Alright, so we'll take this, and just because this is a pair, we'll grab them as well. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna get out of the old comfort zone. We're gonna either lean into assassins or shapeshifters. Because why not, right? Because, let's be honest, Gnar is pretty powerful. Like, powerful enough to carry some games. Could also try to do the 4 ninja thing if we snag this Shen here. Kind of hold on to you. So tempting to grab those nobles, by the way. Like it's kind of hurting me inside to not. But we're gonna stick with this for now. Of course, the moment I want to go assassins, no Kazakhs. It's just the way that it goes, I suppose. An item, huh? I don't even really normally like tier. Red buff feels really strong there if we were going to end up keeping him. We did get a second one. Yeah, let's go ahead and pile on a red buff there for now. Let's grab some of these void units. If you're not familiar, void... if you get 3 of them, that's also a really powerful thing, so might as well grab them. We're not really locked into any particular strategy quite yet. So, grabbing stuff that is pairs, hoping that we make a 2-star makes an awful lot of sense. I mean, we're going to lose this here, just because they had a 2-star unit and we did not. But I think we made a good showing of it. All things considered. Alright, so we'll snag that, and again, honestly, I think we just grab all of these because all of these are on our bench. Kind of debating where I want to put this tier. The problem is that tier doesn't really build into a lot of things that I'm a huge fan of at the moment, so it really feels like just slapping it somewhere that they'll get some use out of it makes the most sense. That's a really good start for our opponent. Locket is still really good, turns out. Oh, and in typical Charmer fashion, all of these pairs and no units to take advantage of it. So she's wild. So if I buy Ari and toss her in, at a minimum that at least gives me a wild bonus, which I suppose is better than nothing. Guess we'll also grab this Twisted Fate because we might lean into Sorcerer. Again, everything's kind of a Wild West as far as our lineup goes, with the exception of not going Nobles, which is coming back to haunt me because they seem to keep showing up. But we're gonna try to stick to it here. Oh, we might actually win this! Get some, Elise. Do the thing. Also, I said I was gonna go Assassins, and then poor Zed there has not been allowed to do so. Alright, let's see if there's anything here that really jumps out at us. This Zed jumps out at me just because it would give me a 2-star. Shyvana jumps out at me as well because it's a shapeshifter. So both of those are potential targets here. And I think I want the Shyvana, if I'm being completely honest. I would rather get 3 shapeshifters up and active. We will likely just 2-star him naturally, and I'm not even convinced that we want to go that route. Because we just have not got many assassins lately. So we're gonna have some overflow here, but Nidalee helps us clear that up. Can trade that with Ari now. That gives us the shapeshifter bonus that we were looking for. Don't know if we're gonna stay with this potential void plan, but that at least gives me another 2-star that we can jam in for quality purposes. So we will see. I was gonna say, should be okay here just because we got at least a transform. But yeah, I was gonna say that attack's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, but we are okay. Alright, so there's the Zed that we were just naturally looking for. And we found ourselves a demon assassin and an imperial assassin. And the demon one is one that we actually want to jam in there. So I think, for now, we're going to give up on this plan. And stick this in because this will activate the demon ability for us. Alright, they have 2-2-stars. Oh, they're the Locket team, though. Yeah, that Locket still might be enough to carry them. Even though we have more 2-stars. I'm not sure it's going to matter. Might be pushing through here. So, we want to get Cat in as well. I think we still want to hold on to Shen because if we go down the assassin route, like I feel like just going shapeshifters and assassins together makes an awful lot of sense. So if we go down that route and we picked up a second one here, so it looks like we are, then that means we are going to give up on this and sell the Cassidon as well.
Hope you like it rough.
So Cat will be the next one to go in. The rest we are trying to 2-star. And then Shen is like our bubble for if we find ninjas. Because we're going to be going assassins anyway, and there are well, let's be honest, a lot of ninjas that are also assassins, so it partially makes sense to hold on to him as a potential throw-in. Because Akali is, I think, worth like trying to fit into your lineup, but you don't want to give up Zed, I don't think, necessarily either. So, I don't know. It's one of those tough situations. So maybe you force the ninjas. Ooh, recurve bow. That's a good one to pick up. But we do not want a static shiv. We also don't want really any of these, which is disappointing. So I think we hold tight for now. Because we want to generate some economy, and then eventually, once we hit the next level. So once we hit 6, we'll at least have enough to have the majority of our passives going. So even though I think here soon we're going to take some losses, I think we still focus on trying to stick this out. Yeah, we're going to take a loss here. That was a pretty good squad. Tristana, if nobody jumps on the Tristana, like, she'll just wreck you from the back line. And none of our characters did that. That Morgana's tempting. I think maybe we change this up a bit. Our lineup's a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. At least at the moment. Yeah. Trying it this way just because I want Zed to jump to the corner. Because that's where people like to be putting Tristana, it seems. So while he didn't attack her right away, after he killed the first target, he did then engage her. Which is pretty much what we want. Alright, well, there's another Shen if we want to go down the ninja path, but I haven't seen any other ninjas worth picking up yet. Because there was Akali, Shen, Zed, obviously. Kennen. Oh, okay, so somebody's kind of switched it up and put Tristana there. Looks like they might be trying to go Yordle Sorcerer. And that's going to be very annoying for our particular squad. We'll be in an okay spot if we can find a Gnar. Just because that's not only yet another shapeshifter to get the bonus, but for our particular build, if I'm being honest, I think Gnar is just better than Shyvana. Though I like Shyvana. What are these guys doing? You bugged out there? The stun that Gnar provides is just really good. Okay, so we have Cho'Gath with the bow. We have a Draven there, which would pair nicely with our cat if she were on the field. It's also Poppy. At this point, I kind of just want the bow, I think. So, kind of want that Braum. Well, I wanted the Poppy. Ugh. Well, I guess we're taking the Draven. I guess that's the downside of being in first place. We'll just hold on to him temporarily. I'm not convinced I want to sell him quite yet. Moderately convinced I think I want to start taking a couple of rerolls here, though. And I say that strictly because we're going to fall behind here soon. Alright, so this one was another Tristana in the corner, but my Zed did not get in a good position for this one, so we're going to lose here. Yeah, they also just have more 2-stars, which is kind of getting at what I was about to cover. I think we are falling behind in quality, and I think before we get to where we're just tossing Cat in, that we might want to take some rerolls to make up for that.
Only the worthy will survive.
We'll grab you because you're a ninja. Getting pretty close to a 3-star there, actually. And we'll do this and toss her in now as well. Go down to where we're only getting 2 interest, but I think that's worth it. So now we officially have the 2 ninjas on our bench. Still need another Evelyn here to get her to 2 stars. But we did at least hit the assassin bonus, which is kind of a big deal. It's a spider fight. All right. Well, there's another cat. Here's another Shyvana. Again, I kind of wanted Gnar, but let's just go ahead and sell the Draven. Interesting. Who do I want to use to make room to grab this Shen? Because we do want it, because we're really close to a 3-star Shen, even though he's not in the lineup. We would probably switch some stuff around to make that be a thing if we hit a 3-star one. Wow, we just got dumpstered. That was not great. Hey, speaking of Shen. Alright, so there's an upgrade, and then we can replace, I guess, the Zed that we just lost. Go hunt again. Oh, there's an Akali. Sorry.
Let's go.
Alright, so we're gonna have some juggling that we need to do. I think we want Cat with the Ludens here for future reference. But yeah, I think we want these ninjas in the lineup at this point. We need to do something to stem the bleeding. We went from first place to near the bottom pretty quickly. So we have to address something. Problem is, all of our shapeshifters are our 2-stars, and it's our assassins that are kind of falling behind. We want this cannon. Now, we can do this here. But we need to find room for basically like 2 more units, and then that still lets us keep assassin going. And getting 2 more units in is a bit of an issue. We can jam 1 in pretty easily. We also lost our ninja bonus because I did that while thinking and then forgot to pull it out, so yay. That extra hurt. Alright. I think what's going to happen here is we are just going to have to break Shapeshifter for now. So let's do that. I think that you're gone because we're still keeping Assassin the other way, because I really want this Akali and this cat, which I didn't buy in time again because I'm too busy trying to figure out how I wanted to do this 4 ninja juggle. Alright, so officially went from first to last very, very quickly. Because I couldn't make up my mind. Feel very proud of myself right now, but at least we get premium choice here. Oh, I didn't. Other people apparently lost health in between. I think here we take this. The Shyvana was another potential option, but I think right now I'd rather just take the spatula, because if we get lucky and we get another one, then that will solve a lot of our team comp issues. And Cho'Gath sells for a decent amount as well. Because I think right now we're just gonna have to Hail Mary and hope that we can get to where we need to be. Because I've got a lot of bench issues. We're in a bit of a pickle here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, so there's the Akali ninja setup that I don't know why it got jacked up earlier. Need an Akali, I need a Kennen, we hang on to them. So, need to hope that I don't get absolutely dumpstered in this fight. This needs to go here, just because we need to make use of the red buff, and honestly it's just been sitting there for too long. I'm not getting any value out of it, and I need every little bit I can get, I think, at this point. Oh, Kennen, you're adorable. Alright, so actually having the right squad in there seemed to make a little bit of a difference, but it also helps that that was somebody, you know, on the verge of death. Wow, none of those really helped me either, huh? Well, we can do this and at least jam another unit in. Hope that we can survive long enough to get our economy up to jam her in. That'll at least get the shapeshifter bonus back. We'll be at 4, so we would need 42 gold to make that transition. It would also be kind of nice if we could find our final Shen. Getting him up to 3 stars would be a big bonus. Wow, that's a buffed up Lucian. Look at that. Look at those items on there. It's gonna solo my team. Hyper carry. Hey, speak of the devil. Alright. So we need to find an Akali and a Kennen so we can at least 2-star them. But we're not going to go hunting yet because we also really want to put her in and complete my shapeshifter bonus again. And then we'll reassess from there, but that is our immediate concern.
Because I can.
Sadly, it was just a belt. I mean, it's kind of tempting there, though it feels like a waste with the bow. I don't know, let's hold on. Shabana, so there's a cannon that we were looking for. Alright, there's the shapeshifter bonus that we were looking for. And, yeah. Let's go with something like this. Let's just give her the redemption. Why not? So we're really just hunting for an Akali to 2-star her. And or something that lets us plan for the future. Wow, still getting just dumpstered right now. My assassin's too weak. Too weak. This is not a great game. I mean, this is what happens when I don't go nobles, for the record. Alright, well there's an Akali, so that might help. Don't even know what we would want for our next one here. I mean, our biggest issue was that I didn't go nobles. Like, let's just be clear. If you're watching this and you're wondering how, you know, I did relatively well in my first game and my second game, well, it's because I broke away from my usual game plan. I have that game plan for a reason. I mean, it's gonna go a little bit better here, but... Nobles are just consistent, pretty easy to put together. I think we grabbed the Swain?
Do not forget it.
I guess the real question we have to ask ourselves is Swain better than a 2-star Nidalee? I guess we'll find out. Because this keeps Shapeshifter, but it also gave us Demon. And while Nidalee here is a 2-star, Swain being tier 5 is nothing to scoff at. Like, he's also just flat out a really powerful character. So... we will see if this makes a difference or not. It's not looking like it's going to make a difference because we got frozen an awful lot there. And that is it. That is not a good performance. I mean, 4th place is still top 4. So it's better it's better than being in the bottom half, but I don't feel good about how that went. I felt like I was trying to make the best out of a Charlie Foxtrot there. So anyway, that is this placement game. Got a couple more to do, and hopefully they go a little bit better than this one. I mean, we're still top 4 every time. We've got a 1st and a 3rd and a 4th now. I'd like to get back to the winning ways, but anyway, stay tuned for the next video.